Good morning, Birmingham. It is Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. 6:06 our time. Today we're looking at about somewhere between a 20 and 30% chance of rain. You know, they really chopped that down. Yesterday they were talking about 50, and now it's like, probably less. Okay. 92 for a high, 20% chance of rain tomorrow, 91. Then the rain chance supposedly really jacks itself up over the weekend, 60% and 80% Saturday and Sunday highs. More in the mid to low 80s, which might be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That might be nice. I could live with that. You know, I've been battling the lung issue in the outdoors for a while now, but the past couple of days have been pretty okay. And I finally yesterday got out and cleaned off my griddle. I had overused it over the weekend, the 4th of July weekend. You know, I mean, I wore that thing out. Love the griddle. Use it for breakfast.
Hate the cleaning.
Hate the cleaning,
but
when it's done right, it really looks great. Mm-hmm. And it looks like you could skate on mine right now. It's so perfect and shiny and absolutely wonderful. And so I went to put the cover back on, and I looked at the cover, and I went,
you need a new cover.
It's nasty, it's ratty, it's old, it's tired. You know, I said, I'm going to wash it. I'm going to put it in the washing machine, put it on gentle cycle hot water, see what happens. Came out in pieces.
Oh, no.
I don't mean big pieces either. I mean, it's shredded into little tiny black confetti is what happened.
Not meant for the washing machine.
Hello, Amazon. How quickly can you get me a new cover?
We'll have it here today for you.
Tomorrow, actually, is the closest they could get. But I'm like, okay, we'll somehow struggle along until that happens. And in the meantime, I'm cleaning up my washing machine. What a disaster that was. Don't wash your griddle cover, folks.
Nope.
Turns out it's not designed for that.
You're going to ruin it.
Oopsie. Mm-hmm. Well, it was already ruined, so not that big a deal.
Same thing happened to me with moving.
Yeah.
I hadn't used the regular grill in a while, and apparently some cats had been living under it. Like they had pulled it down enough that they were sleeping in there at night. And I was like, well, this is going straight to the trash. Finally, when I got it off of the thing, I was like, it was nasty.
I bet.
I was like, oh, no, this is going in the garbage. That's not going anywhere.
Cats.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's like a mama and some babies in there.
Feral cats.
I don't know what was going
living
on,
outside
but it was
your
nasty.
home. I love it. If you are looking at a roofing situation, and it could be any kind of roofing situation, like maybe you're looking for someone who can help you with maintenance on the roof. If you have a lot of eaves and overhangs and various and sundry nooks and crannies in and around your roof, gables, you might want to talk to the folks at HHM Roofing and Construction about keeping those things looked at and making sure that they're operating properly. Anytime you have a place where two pieces of roof meet at an angle, that is a recipe for problems. And having somebody who's just there to make sure that everything is operating properly, stopping by with a little look-see every once in a while is a good idea. That's maintenance. Now, if you know for a fact you need repair or replacement, HHM Roofing and Construction, the guys who can help with that as well. And, of course, they do inspections, they do service, emergency services, you name it. If it comes to a roof, and any kind of roof, by the way, when you go to their instant estimator on their website, hhmroofs.com, and you click on that, it will actually say, first it'll say, like, how big is the house? And then it'll say, what kind of roof you want? And I thought, why would I get the same roof? Why not get a different roof? Why not get something interesting, get something unique? Why not get the metal roof I've always wanted? There you go. They can help you with that and give you a good price as well. HHM Roofing and Construction, 396-7077, 396-7077, or online at hhmroofs.com. When you want a company that is fully transparent, safe, nothing but 5-star reviews, you want HHM Roofing and Construction.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Where to begin? Tyler Robinson's roommate / lover / weird furry boyfriend had an interview that was played on video in court yesterday. Actually, I think the jury they just heard the audio. I don't know that they actually looked at the video. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think there was video in it because I saw some of it yesterday.
All right. Actually testified in this interview that, Tyler Robinson admitted, yes, I did it. He wrote a letter, admitted it in text. Boy, oh boy, this guy couldn't stop telling people he did it.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times he admitted to
Could not stop
killing
telling
Charlie
people
Kirk.
he did it. Of course, we'd already seen the video of Tyler Robinson on campus 4 separate times that day, wearing various outfits, and then eventually slipping the rifle into his pants and then limping onto campus with it, climbing up onto the roof and getting himself into that sniper's position. Now, interestingly, this blows a hole in a lot of people's theories that this was all some sort of Jewish conspiracy or some sort of anti-Jewish conspiracy or something was going on that had something to do other than this. Tyler Robinson also apparently told his weird furry boyfriend that he was sorry he did it. And I'm thinking, sorry you did it or sorry you got caught?
I think sorry that he got caught.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is that he messed up with that rifle because apparently he was sitting, waiting, trying to get his hands on the rifle that was wrapped with a towel.
Yeah.
But there was so much law enforcement in the area, he couldn't get to the weapon. And then, I think that is when he decided, well, then maybe this wasn't such a good idea because now I can't get the rifle. But yeah, 3 times. And the judge in this is very unusual. Maybe it has to do with being that this is in Utah. But the judge now has pushed the decision on the case until September. He also told both sides to write briefs arguing whether or not probable cause has been met for the case to proceed to trial.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you're the judge in this. It's almost like, you're seeing all the evidence. You've got all the evidence in front of you. Why do you need both sides to write you a brief to present it again? Because they just presented it.
Make the prosecution do their work.
Good
do
heavens.
the homework, whatever.
Yeah,
I love the idea that he's asking for a brief from both sides. Has probable cause been met? Like the defense is going to go, yeah, okay, sure, it was. They're going to be like, no, we don't think so. Please, this is an overwhelming mountain of evidence. Everybody who is any kind of legal analyst who is looking at this, these pundits that they always go to, they're like,
I mean, how much more evidence do you need?
I'm a little shocked by how much evidence there is.
Golly.
Like, oh, you're a little shocked. Okay, gotcha. Because, of course, this thing has kind of went radio silent for a while.
Yeah.
Homewood massage therapist has been accused of sexually abusing 2 clients at Escape Day Spa. I don't want to cast aspersions upon them. They hired 44-year-old Matthew Owen Jones of Sterrett and is charged with 2 counts of first-degree sex abuse. I have a sneaking suspicion Escape Day Spa would like to take that hire back if they could, but this is 2 different clients, apparently.
Not good. And here's the thing. Sometimes, not every time, sometimes when this story gets out in the public, there's others that say, you know what, I was at that spa and I know exactly who this guy is, and I had something similar happen to me. So I don't know whether Homewood is still working this investigation or whether it's closed, but some of it took place in January, and the other incident happened just recently in July.
Yeah.
And then, they arrested this guy. But how creepy is that?
Here's 2 words nobody likes to hear in the news. Explosive diarrhea.
Ooh.
Yeah, Taco Bell locations have pulled ingredients off their menu as explosive diarrhea parasite cases surge. It seems to be something that you're finding in produce. And so now, especially in Metro Detroit, because it seems like it's the worst right now in Michigan, which is weird, they have taken off the menu anything that involves lettuce, cilantro, onion, pico de gallo, and guacamole. They said anything that normally has that in it or with it will not come with that
with it.
now. I'm like, okay, so I can pay less then? Or how does that work exactly?
You just can't have it on your burrito or your taco or whatever it is you're ordering.
I don't know. Onions are kind of an important part of the Cantino. I won't be going to Taco Bell anytime soon.
You want onions or you want some explosive diarrhea?
What is it, an either or? Can I have both? I would like both.
No.
I want both.
No,
I can't.
No.
I mean, I don't
now,
want
here's
both.
the other interesting part, too. And again, we pray that it's going to spread. It's one of these things. You can't contain it, and it'll probably end up in other parts of the country and here. But they're saying that some people can, move through this. It takes a couple of days. It's absolutely miserable, and then they're okay. Others continue to have like stomach cramps, and they can't get rid of this. It might take an antibiotic. So I'm just telling you that in case you're like, well, it's been 3 days. I don't know. I'm still and you might want to go to the doc, if you experience more than a few days of this.
Thoroughly wash your produce, clean your kitchen utensils and surfaces, cook raw produce when possible. Nothing like a good boiled salad. I love that.
Yeah, well, like broccoli and things like that. Onion, make sure you cook it all the way. And you're right, cleaning. And it doesn't mean just rinse the vegetables. And that doesn't... they're saying that even if you wash it with all the different ways that you can wash it, baking soda and other things, that that doesn't necessarily mean that bacteria is not in it.
I hereby vow I shall not be eating any green vegetables for the rest of this year.
Well, to the end of the summer.
That's not really
the
a
end
big
of
switch
August.
for me.
There you go. By the end of August, when you get to September, you can start eating greens.
Not a huge switch for me, but still, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Richard.
I give and I give and I give.
None of us want that up in here.
6:17 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5. We'll get this show up and lumbering under its own weight momentarily. Stick around. Whose version of this are we listening to, by the way?
The original OJ's.
The OJ's, yeah. Utopia did a version of this in the 80s that I thought was surprisingly good.
And the Bullet Boys did one, too.
Yeah. It's a great song. I mean, it's hard to screw up a great song. Although Dolly did it with Stairway to Heaven. 6:21. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. I'm never going to get my camera straight. It's never going to happen.
You'll be all right.
No, I give up.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
I give up. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm not this short.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm a tiny little man.
We didn't plan this, but thank you, Steve, for that bumper song, Money, Money, Money.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group, it's all about money, money, money. And they're actually a wealth management company. It's about taking your money and making sure that you've got it in all the right places to grow and grow and grow and grow, and you don't have to worry about it. The Knowles Group will take care of it for you. Here's the thing. We know Danny Knowles, and we know the Knowles Group. We love these guys. We know what they're all about. This is a local company that puts together financial plans for you so you can rest easy at night. And that's really what it's about, because a lot of us stress out over this. We're like, well, how many years do I need to work? How much money do I need to make? What about my health insurance? How do taxes play into all of this? Social Security. There's a lot of questions that maybe we don't necessarily are experts in, and that's what Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group does. They are the experts in this field, and they'd love to customize a plan just for you. So if you haven't put this together yet, you don't have to do it yourself. Turn it over to Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group. Knowles is how you spell Knowles. That's Knowles. Look them up online and get in touch with them today to get it done. TheKnowlesGroup.com is the website. Don't forget this weekend, check out their show tomorrow and Sunday. It's the show from 2 until 3 p.m. It's an hour long, filled with some great information, and you'll get to know these guys a little better. TheKnowlesGroup.com.
622, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Went on a little wing run yesterday.
Yes, we did.
Went to Jefferson's, which we toyed with the idea. We're like, is that too big for us? But, we're not going to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're not going to Jack's. We're not going to, Jefferson's is big, but it's not too big, in my personal opinion. And neither were the wings, it turns out. We found that out.
I actually, I'm not opposed to that wing size.
Really?
Because when wings first started out, I remember the very first time I ever had them, that they were on the smaller side. Sometimes when they're like the drum, it's like, oh my gosh, where did you get this? Like a dinosaur.
There is a question.
Huge.
I mean, are they using, artificial steroids, anabolic steroids to pump these chickens up for sure? But we judge based on 3 criteria. Number one, you eat with your eyes first, so appearance, right? That's the number one thing you look at. And that's a question of, like, how are they sauced? Was it slapdash? Did they just sort of, halfway do it, kind of slather it and just, there you go. And then, of course, a texture. Is it chewy? Is it, crunchy? Is it what it's supposed to be? Does it got that crisp skin and then a tender, moist interior? Is it fatty? What are we looking at? And then, last is flavor, which is obviously the taste of it. Well, part of appearance is size. And to me, I need a good, not oversized. When you talk about these gigantic wings that are oversized, I can't do it because it is a little creepy. And there's a couple of places I've been that I'm just like, they're not around here, fortunately, but you're just like.
That's not normal.
You're like, this is not a wing, this is a chicken leg. Do you understand the difference?
Right.
You've made something very strange is going on here. But I do need a good medium-sized wing. We've been to a couple of places that I think have had almost the perfect sized wing, exactly what you're looking for in a chicken wing. There should be enough meat on it to make it worth your while, because otherwise it's a lot of work for not much. Which is why I think some people don't like wings at all. They're just like,
too much trouble.
You have to
and
put
messy.
so much effort in. And they're messy. They get all over you. They get on your hands. And okay, wings aren't for you. Don't eat those. And don't get boneless wings either. That's adult chicken nuggets. Stop it. But I will say this. I've been to Jefferson's 2 other times in my life, and both times I found the wings to be significantly larger than what we got yesterday. So it may be an economic thing,
Every time I've ordered them, they're I don't know.
About that size?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't too far off.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's complaining about the flavor, the taste,
No,
the texture, everything that they did there. They've been doing it for a really long time. And I've always thought of Jefferson's as a wing place, but when you look at that menu, wings is such a small part of it. They've really got a vast. They got club sandwiches and Nashville hot chicken sandwiches,
burgers,
a lot of burgers.
Saw a couple guys eating salads that looked really good.
That's right. I was like, what are you guys doing? You don't know about the Parasite?
No, they didn't know about it.
Well,
it's not in Alabama yet.
Oh, it's not? Are you sure?
No.
Pretty sure it's here.
I'm not sure.
I feel fairly certain it's here. I think it's here. Nonetheless, that was just one of the many stops. I counted today 8 more stops on this wing tour.
We can do it.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
We can do it. By the way, the onion rings were quite good, too.
Boy, I love those onion rings.
Those were pretty good.
Those were top-notch, man.
Yeah.
Some of the best we've had so far. I have a bad habit. If there's onion rings on the menu, I'm going to get them. Because,
what's wrong with that?
I mean,
you only live once, Richard.
We've done, yes, and it's going to be very short if I keep eating this
That's
way.
That's right. Shorter.
Live.
Yes, but you might have enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
No one will know.
Eat the cake first.
The problem.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, we're pretty much full up, although looking at the list today, I saw that we had 2 places in Alabaster, Chub Fathers being one of them. And
2 in Bessemer.
And there's 2 in Bessemer. I'm like, I wonder if we shouldn't do the double up
double
thing
up.
when we go to Alabaster, try to hit both of those places. And when we go to Bessemer, same thing, try to hit both of those places. Because then we only have to make the one trip to the outer edge of the world.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I used to live in
the
Bessemer.
outer edge of our world.
The outer edge of our world, as far as we're willing to go, because we're old and tired. And,
we're really not. We're good. We're ready to go.
Speak for yourself.
Come on, everybody. It's Friday.
For yourself. It is Friday. You got big plans for the weekend? Got going places, doing things? Nothing.
No.
You got nothing going on?
No.
Zippity.
No, well, no.
Nada.
No.
All right.
Probably a Costco run. That's going to be tomorrow.
On a weekend?
You're nuts. I love to go right and get right in the middle of it. I plan it.
No.
I plan it out. It's like 1 o'clock on Saturday.
I'm going to the store today specifically to avoid having to go tomorrow. And I'm getting what little I need. I'm still eating leftover 4th of July food, and that's
I gotta empty the fridge of that.
That's got to go.
There's some leftovers in there.
Oof.
It's so funny. The cobbler is gone. The cobbler went away the second day.
He moved.
Like, there's no more cobbler.
Excellent.
But there's, some pasta salad, some baked beans left.
I screwed up my baked beans. I cooked them perfectly the first time, and then when I reheated them in the microwave, I cooked them too long, and they were like chewy.
Ooh.
And I was like, these are garbage now. I had like half of the container left. I was like, right in the trash. How sad.
There was 1 hot dog left. I ate that.
Good for you.
I was like, I can't let that go to waste.
No, of course not.
Now, the Boston butt, that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story. You can let that go to waste?
You let the hot dog go to waste.
You can freeze the Boston butt.
Yeah, I know.
You can actually tear that up and you can freeze
There's
it.
There's not much of that left either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Remember when you used to have a kid at home and there was no such thing as
like
leftovers?
Here. Yeah, there wasn't.
There was
zero.
Like a Hoover
it's
vacuum.
Like, where did that go? I wanted a little bit more Boston butt.
Haven't we all been there?
Oh, the teen got it, or the 20-something got it. Yeah.
Good times. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., speaking of wings, I'll probably find myself parked at Bob Baumhauer's because it's become my kind of de facto
soccer
viewing place.
Yeah.
It's England versus Norway. One of these 2 teams is who I'm rooting for the rest of the tournament.
Well, I was watching a little of it when the U.S. was in it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like...
Don't care anymore?
Nope.
Okay. I still care.
You watch for us.
I still care.
Okay.
France beating Morocco yesterday. So France moves on, and they're pretty good. Lionel Messi is there in the mix, and Argentina's still in it. So it's going to be a pretty tough row, all the way down to
Who do you want to win?
Like I said, either England or Norway. I'll root for either one of them. I would prefer England win tomorrow, but if Norway wins, I'm rooting for them from here on out because I love the rowing. I love I just think it's cool that they've really adopted the United States as their big brother.
But they got to go home sometime, Richard. They got to go home.
Anytime's good. It's 6:34, Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Thanks a heap for being here. It is Friday, and it looks like the rain chances have been backed off to a reasonable 20 to 30%. We will see how that goes this afternoon. I got nothing yesterday. I got nothing the day before, and I'm fine with that. I am A-OK.
And now today it'll probably rain for you.
Might be.
It might be.
Could be. I'll be okay with that, too.
Yep.
I can live with it.
Hey, look out this weekend, man. Sunday. That looks like a
big one.
85,
90% chance of rain.
It's going to rain.
Hurt serious. Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158. You got a problem with a tree in your property? You need to get that thing removed, taken down. It's blocking your view. You want it gone. Maybe you're afraid it's going to fall on your house, your neighbor's house, your power lines. These are all good reasons for removing trees, or maybe you have a tree that you're worried about. You'd like to try to save it. Alabama Tree Pros can do that, too. Look, tree work is expensive. We're not going to lie here. It costs a good bit of money to get a tree removed. You're hiring a lot of people to come out and do a lot of work in a very short period of time. And, there's a lot of insurance involved in this. Alabama Tree Pros, fully insured, fully licensed, bonded, all that good stuff. They'll staple that to the back of your lower than the other guy's estimate. But if you can get that tree saved and you want it saved, they can help you do that too, which is pretty big. Or they can just trim it up for you. However you like it, they do it all. Alabama Tree Pros, 308-4158. Online at alabamatreepros.com. Jeff drops us a line, says, hey, guys, at 99.5, I've been a regular listener for many years, since before Dixon came to the morning show. Ooh, that's way back. How long have I been here? Not quite 5 years?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've been here 4.5, so yeah, that'd be about right.
Woohoo! Jeff, you go back to the olden days, back when we used to call it the wireless. I live on the extreme western side of Tuscaloosa County. I don't know what has changed, but reception has gone away. New stations in the area or changes in wattage. It's bad enough that I have to find an alternative. When able, I'll get you online. I gave him the standard, look, lightning struck our tower a couple of weeks ago. It's nice to remind people of this. Every once in a while, let folks know, guys, this is not intentional. We're actively pursuing a fix for it. You ever have that deal where you go, oh, I know what the problem is. It's the circuit breaker, or I'll just change the fuse, and then you do it, and you go, that was not the problem.
No.
It's a lot more involved than that. That's essentially what we're dealing with here. We thought it was one thing. We got the part. We went to put it in, and it's like, nope, that wasn't it. Okay. So now we are working on getting to the bottom of it and figuring out how best to fix it without breaking the bank. And, that's just how it goes. So in the meantime, download the app. If you're in the Birmingham metro area, you can hear us. You can hear us. Well, we got a lot of reports the other day that we're coming through on the other side of, Bessemer and down to Prattville and north of here and almost to Tuscaloosa. So, we're still doing good, just not doing as well as we usually do. We're a 100,000-watt radio station. We're at full power, and we cover a huge swath of the state, and people have really gotten used to that, and I appreciate that. Glad you listen. Download the app. Listen anywhere and anytime you like.
That's the best thing to do.
Thomas says, sounds like those Jefferson chickens should have gone to the gym and worked on their...
Oh, no, not again.
Seeing where that's going, yeah.
Thomas.
Legs.
What is up with that?
And pecs, he says, yeah.
Leg day.
Joe says AC is my plan for the weekend, I guess.
That's a good plan.
So... Grumpy old goat. Eating at the Bell might have explosive diarrhea results. In other words, water is wet. Come on. I love the Bell. Don't be that way. So not fair.
Let's just hope that if it's here in Alabama or it gets here in Alabama, that it's not like it's happening in Michigan and Detroit and some other places. Woo! Could you imagine? No, thank you.
No.
You have to question everything you eat.
Absolutely.
Everything.
I question
whether
everything
you're
now.
eating it or whether you're eating out and you're eating it.
You're
going to roll the dice.
I may not be eating out that much going forward here, just because I want to control the food that I'm putting into my body,
Says the guy who's going to watch soccer in a place Sunday.
Well, if you get wings, you'll be okay.
I don't have to eat necessarily.
You can get
is
wings.
That what it is? Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Don't eat the celery.
No celery, like there was a chance of that. Celery's a garnish.
And you'll be
I
fine.
don't
Get onion
understand.
rings and wings, and you're going
There
to be
you go.
perfectly fine.
As long as it's deep fried, those parasites
That's
can't
right.
survive.
No, they can't.
That's right.
And all, yeah.
That's why I'm deep frying my salad from
yeah,
now on.
That's good.
Check this out. I picked this chocolate bar up yesterday. If you can see it on YouTube, this is the Big Tony's bar we ran across. We were talking about the best chocolate bars and ranked, and apparently Tony's is a guy who he put this together with, I don't know what you'd call it, ethically sourced cocoa, right? And only the best ingredients and all natural and so on and so forth. So we're going to give this a try in about an hour. This thing is thick as train smoke. I mean, this is zoo glass thick. It's crazy.
That's like a brick.
It really is.
Knock somebody out with that.
Solid piece of work. I'm banging it on the countertop here. This is the milk chocolate caramel sea salt variety. We're going to give that a shot. $6.50 at Publix.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pricey.
Yeah. Well, I got financing.
Good.
So it was okay.
Took a loan out.
How long?
It's 30 years.
Good job.
I got a 30-year mortgage on it. Signal was clear all the way to Harpersville yesterday, says Richard the cop. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it was really weird. We've gotten some people that have. It's like, how are you doing that? I don't. You're not on the app. You're listening on the radio. There's one that says, Sean says, I'm in south of Atlanta, and you're coming in clear. And I'm like,
you're on the app. You got to be on the app. Are you on the app?
That's not even
just
possible.
With me? It is possible because
South Atlanta.
There's this thing called riding the skip, and it depends on the weather and conditions. And sometimes a signal will kind of bounce off the atmosphere and come back around again. And sometimes, I mean, like when I was working for a radio station in the middle of the country, very, very, very flat area. But we would get, before the age of internet anything, there's a group of people that just loved trying to pick up various radio stations around the country. And every once in a while, we'd get a letter that would say something like, hey, I'm in Bristol, England, and I picked up your station for 10 minutes the other night. Would you please verify this and send back enough? Because they wanted to have, these people have weird hobbies.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm start stamp collecting. What are you doing?
Something different.
This is not a good hobby for you. But
we're not going to be pen pals here.
But no, I would send them a note. I would send them the verification, et cetera, et cetera. They would say, like, here's the songs that you played at that time under these circumstances. Please verify that that's. I was like, yeah, okay, sure. If that's what you say we played, I'm going with it. Thursday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke about some changes to U.S. passports at a reception for the Consular Affairs Patriot Passport launch. It's going to be interesting.
Let's have some positive passport news.
He explained moving forward, the passport will be mailed out in what he called a fancy box that was more indicative of how important the document is. I rather like it just kind of showing up in a plain envelope because I don't want people knowing I'm getting a passport.
Yeah.
You know? They steal
Keep
that, they replace the picture, and I'm done.
It's, yeah.
Fancy box.
Fancy box.
It's not fancy schmancy, though.
It's just fancy, not schmancy. When you open this passport box, you will find that there is a certificate attached to it, which is like a certificate of authenticity, like we do with watches and stuff like that, and jewelry, Rubio told the crowd. But again, something that we think a lot of people will tremendously value. Like the passport itself isn't a certificate of authenticity.
Yeah,
I kind of thought that myself.
We think it's something people will cherish and hold on to for a very long time because of what it signifies. Like all passports, it will expire one day, but the meaning of it, you'll always remember, and we think it's the one that people will keep for a long time. Other future changes he highlighted include a QR code that would take people to videos of pivotal moments in American history and the ability to complete passport applications entirely online.
Hey, that's a good one.
Including using facial recognition via a camera on your phone or laptop to capture the passport photos.
Well. No more going to Walgreens.
We're not going to CVS. But the one thing, it's not a feature on this yet, but it will be a feature in the reference again. I'm giving away a lot of great secrets. There will be a QR code attached to it. So each one of these images that are on here, and there will be different on the permanent passports, will have a QR code. And then when you go to that QR code, it will prompt you to like a video presentation of that moment in American history.
Sounds like this is a lot of work to get your passport.
I think this is
even more so.
No, this is going to be on the passport.
Oh, it is.
Yes, you're actually
on the
going
passport.
He says he sees people sitting around the airport killing time, and he says, wouldn't it be fun if you could actually go and use this QR code to educate and entertain yourself. I'm like, oh, it's an activity book now. This is nice.
So what? Me playing Tetris on my phone's not good enough for you anymore?
Is there Sudoku on here? What are we doing?
What are we doing? That's well, again, if you can speed up the process of getting a passport and make some real positive changes, I don't want it to turn into a game. I understand what he's doing here, and that's great. But I think most people are like, yeah, I'd like to get one really quick if I could.
Yeah, me too.
Not wait 3 months.
I found a trick to it the last time I got a passport. I was like, ooh, I discovered a way to get it that was much better and much easier than anticipated. I'm not going to share it with you because I don't want to ruin it for myself because mine is due again next year. Yeah.
Well, that's just not very nice, Richard.
I
That's
know.
a big fat tease.
Tell me
there are
about it.
people listening
No,
that are
it's
like,
not.
hey, I need a passport.
If it were a tease.
What is the, what's the trick?
If it were a tease, I'd be paying it off. I'm
Good
not paying it off.
gracious.
I'm giving you nothing. I'm just telling you I have a magic way of getting a passport sooner and better than other people, and I
Wow.
am going to use it. And there's
Bribery.
nothing you can do about it. So there. Yeah.
Right now, I'm telling you. You really should, now that you've done that,
Yeah.
you really need to release what it is. Go ahead. Tell the class.
Again, bribery.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Bribery.
gonna. No.
Bribery.
I print them myself.
Oh, really?
In my
Is that
basement.
working well for you?
Yes. So no one's
Hadn't tried it
questioned me
yet?
yet.
How do you think he affords first class?
No one's given me a hard time yet. I also print my own money.
Whoa.
6:45 with Dixon inviting on Talk 99.5. Debbie Schlissel went to the movies. She's going to tell us all about it in moments. All right, you're canceled. You're canceled. That's it for you. How dare you be ogling women as they wander by? You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, wait, is that, no, never mind. Trump got elected. We don't have to do that anymore. You're good. You're good. Turns out the women's like it. That's what I heard, Valerie.
The women's?
The women's, they like it.
The women's.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a comedian the other day. She was talking about how she was getting catcalled on the streets of New York. And she was like, this is just so irritating. And then one day it stopped. And she's like, what happened?
No more cat calls.
Well, why don't you love me anymore? I put on a few pounds, but I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
To the phones we go, where Deborah Schlissel is standing by. She is our movie maven. DebbieDoesMovies.com, DebbieDoesPolitics.com. You can go check out either of those websites in your spare time, not while we're on. Do it while the Skippy and Jimbo show's happening. And she's here to tell us what happened to the movies this past week. Greetings, Debbie, and a happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. So you didn't really miss much last week, and unfortunately there's not a lot great this week. You know, we're at the halfway point of the summer movie season, and I expected by this point to have all these blockbusters and at least one that I liked, and it's really been kind of slim pickings in both categories. So while we were away for the 4th of July weekend, the two new movies were not great. There was Minions and Monsters. I have to say, I did enjoy it. It was funny. It's entertaining. And if you like the Minions as I do, you will like this. But I loved the original Minions movie. The first Minions movie I thought was great. I laughed. It was terrific. This one is less so. But if you have kids, it's great. You'll enjoy it. They'll enjoy it. The story takes place in old Hollywood. First, they give you some of the Minions history like they did in the first Minions movie, and then they're in old Hollywood, and they are trying to find a new evil master to serve, and they find this evil director played by Christoph Waltz, or voiced by Christoph Waltz, and mayhem ensues. It was cute, like I said, but it's just not as good as the original Minions movie, and it felt a little slapped together in terms of the story. So there's that. Then there was Young Washington. This is an Angel Studios movie, and I'm not a big fan of Angel Studios because I don't think their movies are very good. And if you want a conservative movie studio, you got to put out good product. And also they advertise on neo-Nazi Candace Owens' show, and I object to anybody that does that in any company. But this Young Washington, I went with an open mind because I'm a fan of George Washington. It was the 250th anniversary of America and so on. I expected a good movie, and it wasn't even decent. It's just a lame movie. It does have some stars in it, Kelsey Grammer, the woman from the Weeds show, what was her name? Mary Louise Parker, yep. And so on. It wasn't for me. It's like a soap opera movie. Most of the story that they have in there of Young Washington, all these conversations, is soap opera with this woman that he likes and so on. That never happened. The main thing the movie is about that did happen is that he led troops fighting for the British against the French in the colonies. But it's long, it's boring, it's drawn out. It's probably the least interesting part of Washington's life, and they don't tell you why it's important. The reason it's important, which they don't even say in a postscript, is that when Washington and the other colonists fought so hard for the British and they won, the British didn't care. They still treated them like serfs, and they still taxed them without representation and so on. And that led to the Revolution and the Boston Tea Party and all of that. And then that's what happened, and that's why we became a country. And they don't mention any of that. And since I am of the belief that a lot of people in America are idiots, and they're uneducated and they don't know because our public school system and even our private school system isn't that great, and people just don't know anything, it would help if they would have put that in some kind of context and maybe made that a smaller part of the movie and showed what happened afterwards. They didn't show any of that. It just shows the battle. It's just a lot of this stuff is dumb, and for me, it wasn't a good movie. But of course, I got attacked online by a whole bunch of people who think they're conservative because if you slap the name Washington on a movie and tell people it's conservative, they're going to think, oh, I have to love this, so I'm going to love this. And they have no critical thinking, unfortunately, which is the case with most of the people that criticize me about the movie. But it's not a good movie, and it's very boring. So I would skip Young Washington. If you had to pick between the two, I would say Minions. Now, as for the movies new this weekend, it's even worse. Okay, so there's the big movie is The Invite, which stars Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde, famously of the 5-head instead of 4-head. Mm-hmm. And she is the director of the movie as well. I hated this movie. It's super miserable. If you wanted to go through a bad divorce, even if you never got married or you already went through a bad divorce, you can go to the movies for this and see couples fighting. And then they invite this couple fights, and then they invite over a neighboring couple because they've been making such loud noise with having sex, and they want to basically be nice to them and nicely get them to be quiet. And that couple is Edward Norton and Penelope Cruz. Neither of the couples in this movie had any chemistry. I would never peg them together. And frankly, I hated every single character in this movie and every single actor. It just was, they were all super annoying, arguing. It just was a pretentious, awful movie. I don't know why you would want to sit through a movie where people are having conversations about very intimate stuff, and it's just gross and stupid. Just wasn't for me. I found it kind of boring. Yes, there were parts of the beginning that were funny, but just it became dumb. So I would skip The Invite. Now, the next two movies I saw were even worse. So one movie is called Night Nurse, and this was like if somebody who wrote a porn script minus the porn. It made no sense. It was a dumb story, and I just couldn't believe this got greenlit. It's not even good enough for like Lifetime's. If there was like a Lifetime light, it wouldn't even be good enough. Basically, the story is this new nurse comes to work at the senior citizen living center, and the guy she's taking care of is this older guy that pretends he has dementia, but he really doesn't. He's running con artist scams and phone call scams from the center, and he enlists her into it. He has sex with all the nurses, and they hang out with him in this house. And Mimi Rogers is the head of this center, and she doesn't have any idea what's going on, even though she constantly walks into the room and sees the nurses all over the guy and has no clue. And it was I'm making it sound much better than it is. It was a dumb movie with no point. And I was on my phone a lot of the time because I just couldn't take it anymore. Nobody was in the theater but me and some other guy. It just was awful. Night Nurse, skip at all costs. And Mimi Rogers, I understand she's 70 and she didn't have work done like Tom Cruise, but do better. You can get some other roles, please. All right, then there is this movie that I cannot believe I even spent more than a half an hour in this. I should have walked out at the beginning. So I read about this movie. It was called Maddie's Secret. I thought this was going to be a good movie. This woman is a food influencer, but secretly she has bulimia. And how does she get away with it? And she has to go to rehab. So I thought maybe it could be interesting. Maybe. So I get there, and the person playing Maddie is a guy. It's a guy. It's like a trans person that we're supposed to accept as a woman who looks totally like a man with a wig. And he's the director and the star of the movie. And I just couldn't take it in. It was so dumb. This also was like the aforementioned Night Nurse movie. The plot was none to speak of. And this is the thing. I think Hollywood is putting out fewer good movies, and they're saving a lot of the good stuff for streaming. Some of the blockbusters and some of the historical stuff, and like The Odyssey is going to be out in theaters next week, and I'm going to see that Monday. Yes. But then the rest of the movies are really bad, and these are things that would never make it to the big screen.
Yeah, man. I got it. Nobody seems to like Moana either. Seems to have had a very, very bad opening.
I did not see that
yesterday.
either
All right.
because I thought, why do I need to see the same thing again in the live action? Sorry.
We'll dig into it a little bit later in the show. Anyway, thank you, Debbie. We appreciate you seeing these horrible movies so we don't have to.
Thank you. Save us time and money.
Yeah, indeed.
You're welcome. Have a great weekend. And
too.
next week, The Odyssey. Maybe better. I don't.
I'm going to bet
Fingers
no.
crossed.
All right, see ya. There you go. Debbie Schlissel, DebbieDoesPolitics.com, DebbieDoesMovies.com. Check her out online at either of those two locations.